When we come round to the end of the row, we join in with a slip stitch into the first single crochet and fasten off. The next row we're using the orange, so again we start with a slip knot onto the hook. We're now going to work in the stitch above the stitch that we used on row 14, so it's this one here. So we would come up the stitch that's the double attached to the single crochet, and then into the stitch, the single crochet that goes into this double here, we're going to join with a slip stitch. So it's row 14 where we did the single crochet, we've got the double and then a single, and we're going to start in that stitch there. Into that same stitch we're going to work a single crochet. We're then going to miss the next 3 stitches, and into this next stitch here we're going to work 6 doubles. So miss 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th single crochet we're going to work 6 doubles. That's 4, 5, excuse me, and 6. Again we're going to miss the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to single crochet into the next one, which again will fall in the stitch above where the single crochet was there. Miss 3 stitches and again work 6 double crochets into the next stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Miss 3 singles, 1, 2 and 3, and into the 4th stitch we're going to work again the 6 doubles. Miss 3 stitches and a single crochet, miss 3 stitches and work the 6 doubles into the next stitch. I'm going to carry on all the way around, working a single crochet, miss 3 singles, 6 doubles into the next single, miss 3 stitches, 1 single crochet, miss 3 stitches, 6 doubles, miss 3 stitches. Oh, I've done that one wrong, just bear with me a second. Forgot to do the single in between. So 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and the 6 doubles. As you can see, these shells are going into the opposite space, so where we've got the peak of the previous shell on row 14, we've now got the single crochet. Where we did the single is where the peak of these shells will lay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, miss 3, single crochet, miss 1, 2, 3, and 6 doubles. As each row is going to take so much longer now to complete, it's probably a good idea to pause the video and carry on working in the same way all the way around. And I'll meet you at the end of the row. When you've come all the way round to the end of the row, we're going to slip stitch into the starting single crochet. Fasten off the yarn, pull through the loop and fasten off. The next row we're working in green yarn, so again we're going to attach the yarn with a slip stitch onto the hook. We're now going to work in any of the single crochets between the shells, the orange shells. So we join with a slip stitch into that first single crochet and work 4 chain. This is going to count as 1 double and 1 chain, and into the same stitch we're going to work a second double crochet to form a V. We miss the first stitch, we're going to work 1 half double in each of the next 4 stitches. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Miss the next stitch and we're going to work a V stitch again into the single crochet, which is 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 double. Again, miss the first stitch and into the next 4 stitches we work 1 half double, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. Miss the next stitch and work a V stitch into the single crochet, which is 1 double, 1 chain, 1 double. Miss the next stitch and work a half double in each of the next 4 stitches. Miss a stitch, V stitch into the single crochet, miss 1 stitch and 4 half doubles, 1 in each of the next 4 stitches. Miss a stitch, work a V stitch into the single crochet, miss a stitch and work 1 half double in each of the next 4 stitches. we carry on in this same way all the way around. So the repeat of the pattern is the V-stitch into the single crochet, followed by miss one stitch, 4 half doubles, miss one stitch, V-stitch into the single crochet, miss a stitch, the 4 half doubles, miss one stitch, the V-stitch into the single crochet, and we carry on in this same way all the way around, where at the very end we'll join after the 4 half doubles into the 3rd chain of the starting stitch. So if you want to carry on working the same stitches all the way around, and I'll once again meet you at the end of the row. Miss one stitch, work a V into the single crochet, miss one stitch, work 4 half doubles, one in each of the next 4 stitches. We've come all the way round, so we'll join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the starting stitch, which counted as the first double. Snip off the yarn and pull through. On the next row we're going to work the flower again that we've worked on 2 of the previous rows, and this time I'm going to work in white. So join with a slip knot onto the hook, and we'll start in any of the V-stitch, join in the yarn and work 3 chain, which is going to count as the first double, followed by another 4 double crochets, which gives us 5 altogether. And 5. Again, we pull a little loop into the top chain of the 3 chains that we started with, pick up the loop, pull it through, and a chain to finish, followed by a chain. The next flower we're going to work between these half doubles. It's between the 2nd and 3rd. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. We're going to do 5 double crochets into the same space. Again, pull up a loop slightly into the top of the first double crochet, pick up the loop, pull it through, and chain 2. The next flower is going to form into the next V-stitch. So we've got the 5 doubles, and 5, pull up the loop slightly into the top of the stitch, pick up the loop, pull it through, tighten off, and work 2 chains. Again, we're going to skip these 2 stitches, and in the space between the 4 we're going to work another flower stitch. 2, 3, 4 and 5. into the top of the first stitch, pick up the loop, pull through and chain 2. We're going to carry on working all the way around in the same way, so each alternate flower will be in a V-stitch and then one in between the 4 half doubles from the previous row, and always with the 2 chains in between. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pick up the loop, pull through and chain 2. Into the space, work the 5 doubles, pick up the loop, pull through and chain 2. Then we're back into the next V-stitch, where again we're going to work the 5 doubles, into the first stitch, pick up the loop, pull through and chain 2. Now we're going in between the 4 half doubles, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, pick up the loop, pull it through, chain 2 and then back into the V-stitch, where we're going to again work the 5 double crochets. So carry on and work in the same way all the way around, and we'll join with a slip stitch into the top of the first flower, and I'll meet you again at the end of the row. You've come all the way around. We finish off with the final 2 chain and slip stitch into the top of the first flower. Cut off the yarn, pull through and fasten off. The final row for this part of the mandala is going to be done in green yarn. So again we're going to work a slip knot onto the hook and join into any of the 2 chain spaces with a slip stitch and work 3 chain, which is going to count as the first double crochet. We're going to do a further 2 doubles in that chain space, followed by a front post double around the flower. So it's yarn over into that same chain space, behind the flower pick up the loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then into the next 2 chain space we're going to work 3 doubles, and it's the same all the way around, working the front post double around the flower, followed by 3 doubles, oops, into the 2 chain space, front post double around the flower and the 3 doubles into the 2 chain space, and we'll carry on exactly the same all the way around until we come to the first stitch, where again we will do a slip stitch into the third chain of that starting stitch. So I'll just go through that one more time. We've got 1, 2, 3 double crochets into the 2 chain space, yarn over into the chain space behind the flower, pick up the loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then back onto the 3 double crochets into the 2 chain space. So if you want to carry on working the same repeat pattern, which is 3 double crochets, 1 front post double crochet, 3 double crochets, 1 front post double crochet, and I'll see you at the end of the round. If you're enjoying these tutorials, feel free to share the videos with your friends and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be able to add the videos into a playlist and you would get a notification when any new videos are uploaded. Almost at the end of this round. I feel that doing the front post around the flower helps the flower to actually pop out a little bit and give it some definition. The final 3 doubles, the last front post double, and then join with a slip stitch into the third chain of the starting stitch and pull through. So that concludes part 3. I hope you'll join me in part 4. Please subscribe and see you again soon. Bye.